Over the last months, NATO allies and partners have provided unprecedented level of support to Ukraine, helping them to retake and liberate Ukrainian territory. We will also discuss Ukraine's membership aspirations, and all allies agree that the NATO's door is open for new members. All allies also agree that Ukraine will become a member of the alliance, and all allies agree that it is for the NATO allies and Ukraine to decide when Ukraine becomes a member. It's not for Moscow to have a veto against NATO enlargement. So first of all, we have to remember that all allies, also Turkey, invited Sweden to become a full member. That happened at the NATO summit last year in Madrid. And so far this has been a very quick accession process, because Finland and Sweden applied in May. Already in June, both Finland and Sweden were invited. Finland is already a full-fledged member, and I'm confident, of course, that also Sweden will be a member. And then we are working for that to happen as early as possible. My message is that Swedish membership, full-fledged membership of NATO, it's good for Sweden, it's good for the Nordic countries, for Norway, for the Baltic region, but it's also good for the whole of NATO. So deliberate attacks on civilians is a war crime. And there is a line between what we saw here in Norway on the 22nd of July 2011 and a war aggression against a sovereign independent nation, Ukraine. Because the intention is the same, and that is to use force, illegal force, to obtain political goals. And therefore I think it is also extremely important that those who are responsible are held accountable for war crimes, and that also the International Criminal Court has the capabilities and is able to conduct the necessary investigations to establish the fact, to collect proof, because those responsible for war crimes in Ukraine must be held accountable. The violence against NATO peacekeepers, the KFOR forces, and this is totally unacceptable, unprovoked violence against peacekeepers from NATO with a clear UN mandate. And of course NATO will remain vigilant with secure environment and also to calm down and reduce the tensions. To ensure that we have the forces we need at any time, we have decided to deploy our operational reserve.